welcome to episode number 16 of Meet the Author with We Choose Joy. I have the beautiful Inez with me today. I'm so excited to interview her. And with that being said, Inez, would you please let us know, who are you? What do you do? Please introduce yourself.
Oh, that is so awesome. Thank you so much, Rachelle. It is so amazing that I'm actually getting the opportunity to speak with you today. And I'm over the top excited about that. I am Dr. Inez Bracy, health, wellness, and lifestyle coach. I've been doing this for more than 20 years, and I've helped hundreds of people change their life, especially women over 50, because that is my target market. Because so many times I find that they have been doing things for everybody else, but they haven't thought about themselves in years. So I give them the space and the opportunity to think about themselves and to rearrange however they want to in their life, or to leave it as it is. But at least now they know themselves more intimately, and that's the thing that I do. I'm also a speaker, a trainer, and of course, an author.
Yay.
Yes.
I was so honored to be a part of this book with you and the other 21 women in this book. And I loved your story in particular when I felt like I was with you in that story. And it was I love how you just kind of took the reader along your journey and how, your memory of that period of time in your life. And so what made you decide to be in this particular anthology?
When I found out that Linda was doing it, B. Baylor, my friend, introduced me to that. And I thought, well, if B is going to do it, it must be something that's going to be really, really good, because she's really powerful. So I decided that I would follow her lead and just ask if I could be in it, because I know that I have a story to tell. I have many stories to tell after all these decades. So that was the one that I chose because it just resonated with my heart in such a way that it made sense to share that story.
Yeah, and it was such a beautiful group of women from all parts of the United States. I know you're in Florida, correct? And I'm
Yes.
in Colorado. And a lot of
Wow.
the authors are in Pennsylvania, and I know B is in Texas. And so we were just like, and we have an author in California. So we just hit up all of the parts of the US. And I think that that's also a really special element of this book. And I would love for you to kind of give us a teaser about your chapter. What did you talk about? You don't have to go into detail unless you want to, but let's have the listeners hear a little teaser so they're excited about reading your chapter in particular.
Well, one of the things, I am the sixth of seven children. The sixth of seven. My brother is the fifth child. So he's older than I. And as from a toddler on, I followed him everywhere I could possibly follow him. It was like, wow, wow, wow. And in doing that, I realized that he didn't want me to follow him, and he shot up like a weed, and I'm still toddling. So I would run and struggle behind him, and then I'd run home crying to Mama and say, Mama, I can't keep up with Max. So that was the thing. And I found out later on that the best thing for me was following him until the time that I climbed the tree to get the apple out the tree. Once I did that and the snake raised his head, we didn't see the snake in the tree. So when the snake raised his head to get the apple, I jumped out of the tree. We ran home crying and screaming. And that was when I turned into the girliest girl you would ever want to meet. I was no longer the tomboy. No, in fact, I think he was sad sometimes because I wasn't following him, so he couldn't look back and scream at me and all that other kind of stuff. But no more tree climbing, no more playing in the dirt. Oh, the girliest girl you would ever want to see.
I love that. And I felt like I was in the tree with you. I remember climbing trees as a little girl myself. And it was just really neat to go back to that more simple time when kids were outside all the time. I know, with my generation, we were like, you don't come in until the street lights on kind of, situation. And we just, used our imagination and everything. And so I really enjoyed your chapter of how you illustrated where you were, what it looked like. You could kind of smell, the outside and the grass going in between your feet. So I really enjoyed that part of your chapter. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much. I enjoyed writing it because it brought back all those memories and all those feelings. And my brother made his transition in 2007. So, and he made his transition the day after my birthday.
Oh, wow.
And for the longest time, I know it wasn't something he planned. He had a massive heart attack. He did not plan that, and he just passed on. But for me, because my youngest sister had made her transition in 82, so I felt like a sandwich.
Mm.
And now I don't have any bread to protect me. So I was very upset with him until I was able to work through that. And that was something that I'm so delighted that I worked through, because I know he would never want me to be upset with him. And there was no reason to be. It was just my way of thinking at the time.
Wow, thank you for sharing that. I know that there's others that have felt kind of abandoned or betrayed or what have you when a loved one has passed away. Even, we logically we can say they didn't have any control over it, but thank you for sharing that because I think that's really important for people to hear. And that's very special. So thank you. That was something you didn't put in the chapter. So thank you.
Thank you.
If you were invited to do another anthology, would you? And have you thought about maybe a few books on your own by chance?
Another anthology I would consider, but I am an author in my own right, and I am writing another book at this time. So I don't know if I would, it would have to be later on after I complete my book that I'm writing now.
Nice. Do you have any teasers about your book or do you want to keep it a secret right now?
Right now, my book is all about loving yourself, especially for women over 50, because we have taken all our life, especially if you have children, grandchildren. I have none of that, but I have nieces and nephews and grandnieces and nephews. And now, it's hard for me to say this. I have a great grandniece, and it's like, what were they thinking? I'm not ready for that.
Right? They didn't ask you.
They did not ask my permission because I would have put a halt to it right away. No, we're not going to do that right now. And she
Well,
is the most adorable little girl that anybody would ever want to see.
oh, I love that. I am almost to that age bracket, so I'll be excited and looking forward to reading that book because I'm like 4.5 years away from that decade, and 40s have been probably the most amazing decade thus far, but I hear there's something waiting for me in my 50s, from all my friends that are in their 50s, so.
Let me tell you something. Life really starts in your 70s.
70s? All right.
Yes.
Well, even more years to look forward to. Thank you for that. And with that, I would love to hear from your heart or anything that might be on your mind that you want to share with the listeners. Doesn't have to be about your chapter, but really just something that comes from Inez. Do you have anything you'd like to share with us to end this?
Rachelle, I would love to share that no matter where you are on your journey, no matter what age today's age is, you still have the opportunity to really create and live your dream, the desires of your heart. Don't let anybody, I don't care if it's mama, daddy, grandmama, whoever, tell you who you can be, what you can do, and how to do it. Because innately, you already know. You've already made the decision. But then you go out and you ask other people, should I do this? No, 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 no. Stop it already. Know that you know from within. Your soul is crying out to be recognized. Your heart is screaming to be heard. When will you give yourself the permission and the grace and the opportunity to sit with yourself, be with yourself, and allow all of that to come up? That doesn't suit you, you let it go, and that suits you, hold it tight. That's all I have to say about that.
I think that is a perfect way to end this. I totally align with everything that you just shared with us. And with that, thank you so much for listening to episode number 16 with the beautiful Inez from Florida. And with that, until next time, thank you very much.